And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room, saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 66 of this podcast. I don't even think we're going to try for numbers anymore.
Chase Williams.
What was he?
He was 66 in high school when he kicked.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay. Podcast guest, Chase Williams, recently, right?
Noted UT fan, Tennessee fan.
He was our Tennessee expert. Yeah, 66 is rough. We need to get out of these numbers. They suck.
I'm trying to think. I can't even think of a Saints offensive or an LSU offensive lineman with that number.
Will Campbell.
Oh, is it?
That's right. I wasn't even thinking now. I was thinking in the past. But
Will Campbell,
yeah.
There we go.
Freaking
Future
beast.
top 10 pick.
Yes. Agreed.
Dude, he is so good.
So
man.
freaking good.
It's scary.
So good.
Emory had a down game, in my opinion, but
Yeah.
Will Campbell.
Did you notice one that had a really good game, though?
Who's that?
Anthony Bradford is freaking maul grading people. So he is running people.
What number is he?
75, right guard.
That's who he is. I thought that was Cardell Thomas because the dude's huge. I was like, oh, Cardell got out there finally. No,
Yeah.
not him.
No, Bradford's having a great last couple of weeks. He's really stepped up big.
Let's
for
keep
him.
Dellinger out the lineup.
He's supposed to be back for the Bama game.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I don't.
He'll break a fingernail or
I
something.
don't necessarily I like him though at left guard.
He is
He's not a tackle.
LSU's
Not a
Andres
center.
Pete.
Yeah,
he's Andres
just
Pete
gone-
of LSU.
Yeah, he's nicked up. He stayed, but he was healthy all last year. Now
We're gonna call him Can't Get Right.
can't get right.
So this is our college football episode.
Hey,
Sorry.
go Tigers.
Let's start with LSU. Screw it.
Let's
We
go.
want Bama.
Let's go. It is Bama prep bye week.
2 weeks to talk about it.
Man.
And then to be depressed right after we get thumped.
I think the line is what? 16 and a half?
And I
I
think
know.
that's too low.
I might take that right now, though. I mean,
I would right now. If I
right
could.
now, yeah, because
Dude, that thing's going to get adjusted so hard.
absolutely, it
It'll
is.
probably finish out about 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go up.
Do we have it at home?
Yeah,
I think it's going that way.
Never mind.
And
I think it's
and
coming
at night.
down.
Yeah.
I think it'll
quote
come down
unquote
to-
probably gonna be at night. I mean, I don't know how it would.
I think it's going
Get-
to be 13 or 14.
Get them Cajuns drunk, baby.
Oh,
Let them
dude.
get them drunk.
They gonna be. They started tonight. They're ready. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun.
They
Man.
never let us have a night game against them there.
Yeah, that we usually get the CBS game. We usually got the doubleheader, but they used that already.
We've had one recently. That was a night game, and it was when Jalen Hurts was their quarterback, and I could see him doing a little run in to the bottom left side of the screen on the TV. I can't remember who it was. It was right before Burrow.
Yeah, it was
the year before Burrow.
18.
Was that the year that they hit the screen pass?
That was Yeldon.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
T.J.
That
Yeldon.
was T.J. Yeldon. I was at that game.
That went with Hurts?
That was. I feel like that was 17. Was the Yeldon game? Because 16 was the Fournette game that had the Heisman in his lap pretty much, and he got stopped.
Like 12 for 32, I think.
That was at Alabama, and then next year 17 was at LSU. We had them beat. Freaking T.J. Yeldon went off from the screen to the south end zone.
Yep.
Because I was in the northeast end zone. I had to sit there and watch all that. I feel like 18 is the Hurts game that you're talking about.
At LSU.
Okay, no,
so
that was at Alabama.
2017 was in Tuscaloosa,
Okay.
24-10.
So
I know what the crap this game is.
Hold on, Clay. So the 16 game of the Fournette was at LSU. I thought it was at Alabama.
I thought it was at Alabama as well.
When he got, I mean, they literally Saban put 10 in the box and said,
Good luck, Les.
"Yeah, have fun, boy." Yeah.
2016 was 10-0 Alabama.
And it was the Fournette. He had like freaking 20 yards or whatever, wasn't it?
Or
was that 15?
Jalen Hurts went off in this game.
That might be.
Leonard Fournette 17 for 35.
There you go. That was when he lost the Heisman. He had the Heisman.
2018 was Tua. It was his
Tua's
first year.
There was no score till the fourth quarter when Jalen Hurts had a 21-yard rushing.
That's okay.
touchdown.
That's the one. Yeah,
10-0.
Chance
Hurts
was
had
fine.
100 yards thrown, 114 rushing. Yeah.
I got Tua and Hurts mixed up.
Okay.
It was Tua that I'm thinking of. He had a 44-yard rushing touchdown. That's who it was. Either way, it hurt my heart.
2018, is that what you're thinking of, you said?
Yeah.
29-0.
Yep. That's what it was. At LSU.
At
2 versus 6.
It was at LSU too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
That's the game I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's when that was a bad.
That was Burrow.
That was
too,
the
right?
worst. That was the worst game in a while in the match.
That was Burrow.
Burrow's first
That
year.
was first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burrow.
Well, let's not say it was Burrow. That was
It was not a good roster.
that was
around
Joe.
him, really.
That was Joe playing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, that's
wasn't.
right.
It wasn't Burrow.
It wasn't Burrow.
That's that guy from
wasn't Joe
Ohio
Cool.
It
State.
wasn't that
No.
EAUX Burrow.
No, this is that Ohio State transfer guy that we
Before
got.
he got hit
He
by
got the
UCF.
UCF hit. That's right.
And he went absolutely nuclear.
and he, just like he went nuclear today.
Yeah, he did.
I know, that was a 1 versus 3 game that year.
Yeah,
Holy
1 versus
crap.
3.
We had it. He wasn't really doing a lot for us, but that was a talented roster. That year.
It was basically the same roster from everything I'm seeing stat wise.
That's
because we started against Miami.
I was at that game.
Thumped them.
We
Thumped
beat
them.
everybody until
Everybody predicted
Florida.
Miami. That was
Beat-
Miami's back.
Was that was the game we beat Auburn with Cole Tracy with the walk-off kick.
That's
what
correct.
it was.
At Auburn.
22-21.
That's right.
Lost to Florida.
Then we beat Georgia,
who was number 2 at the time.
That's they thought that was their year.
Yeah.
That was Justin Fields was I think he was the freshman.
Yep, Jake Fromm 16 for 34.
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift.
Fields had a rush.
Because Georgia fans, it was at Death Valley, and I was there, and Georgia fans were talking that smack, son. Like they thought that finally this was their year, and we freaking rammed them.
Yeah.
That game.
This is all. Yeah. Okay. So I remember that now. So yesterday, what happened? I didn't get to watch any of it. So
Okay.
Jane Daniels is going to win the Heisman Trophy next year.
Oh,
yeah.
hey,
Next
hey,
this year.
Hey. So we come out, and I tell
Not
you
a
what,
good start.
It was not a good start, but it was a Lane Kiffin start. Lane Kiffin, man, have you ever
He's
watched?
good at scripting plays.
He is great at scripting plays. He always comes out and scores, usually first or second series. I mean, that's how it is.
Was a big play
And-
to start the game.
Yeah, and he threw a dart,
Yeah.
and it got it going for him. And you're thinking, yeah, but you just didn't feel like they were going to just keep that up. It wasn't sustainable, in my opinion, the way they were making it happen. But you get down 17-3, and I'm like, crap.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. I mean, down to another Power 5 school in the first quarter. And, man,
I was worried I was worried about Matt House then.
I was concerned, too. I was like, okay, House, make adjustments.
So I was thinking, like, all right, they run the spread. You know, they're going to try and air raid it out on us. Like, you should be more prepared for this.
Yes.
Yes, what they are good at is attacking our biggest weakness with our DBs, but you still should have been able to stop it a little bit more than this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And those little quick slants, we weren't seeing really like we were ready for that. We weren't adjusted to that.
Well, we refused to play man coverage, and I guess that's because we're handicapped.
I think he's afraid he didn't have
He
the
is.
dudes on the at the outside.
And you heard what Brian Kelly said. He said we started calling plays more aggressively than trying to hide our weaknesses.
Yeah.
He said that,
We
and I
started
guarantee
attacking,
that's part of it.
Started attacking more.
Guaranteed.
And it did kind of help that number 40. I don't know if y'all have heard of him, Harold Perkins.
He plays some football.
That was a sighting.
Hey, it's kind of the
Like,
first
who's this guy?
the first 2 scoring drives, Perkins was not on the field. Hey, let's put Perkins again, and they didn't hardly score again. I wonder if that maybe helps a little bit. But yeah, you go down 17-3, and then you go on a 42-0 42-3 run against a quote-unquote top 10 team
Number
in the
7,
country.
Number 7 undefeated. The only challenger to Alabama this year in the West,
Undefeated.
Kiffin looked defeated on the sidelines. He was like,
he's already got his bags packed for Auburn.
I mean, as I'm telling you, he needs to just start walking there now. Man, it was so refreshing to see. But this team just all year has shown the resilience, man. They don't stop. They don't
they're
back
improving
down.
every game.
That's a sign of a good coach.
Yes.
I mean,
minus the Tennessee game, which you got to throw it out the window after seeing what they freaking did.
Hey,
They're good.
They're legit.
Did you see Brian Kelly's interview about that too? He actually talked about that after his.
He said they got out coached.
Yeah, he said, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you about that Tennessee game. The score wasn't indicative of how we were against them. He said, I'm not gonna lie. He said I was aggressive. I went for a lot of fourth downs that I probably shouldn't have. But you know what? I'm not playing a game to lose close.
No,
I'm playing to win. So I mean, like
Amen.
and he's right. If we would have lost, would they have 40? Was it 48 to?
Was it 40-13 or something like that? 21,
Yeah,
20?
42-13 or something on. Yeah, I mean, if it was say 42-28, would we feel that much better? I mean,
No.
not really. I mean,
But that's more realistic of a loss in my opinion.
That is. It's
two
right.
touchdowns. They're 2 touchdowns better than us.
Yeah, they're a couple touchdowns right now.
But
better
to be
than
able to bounce back and play 2
Oh.
good games after that.
Came off the mat.
Absolutely.
Yes, we did. Yes.
that tells you, one, what kind of coaching staff you got, and two, what kind of guys in that locker room you have.
They've bought in.
They've bought in.
They
That's
bought in.
Exactly right, man. And boy, what I was reading this morning, recruits are bought in too, because they really are coming away from that program excited.
Well, especially after we beat Alabama, we're going to get all of them.
I mean, the dude Brian Kelly won at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
If you can win at Notre Dame, you can win at LSU.
Ask Marcus Freeman. How's that working out for him, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he left the 11-win team there to come down here for 39 scholarship players
Because he wants
man.
to win a national
He wants to
championship.
win a
He knew he
national
couldn't
He
do
was
it up
winning
there.
with half the talent he's going to have at LSU.
Exactly.
I mean,
Like this team right now is going to be the weakest team he's going to have at LSU.
Zion has a posterior hip contusion.
It's a bruise. He's fine.
Yeah.
That's probably 3 weeks.
Posterior
for him.
means outside or outside of the body. It's not a.
Did you hear the name I said? Zion Williamson.
He'll be back in a couple nights when we play Luke.
A couple nights.
yeah. He's got off.
We're off
He's good.
We're off till Tuesday. We're fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's in a day and a half.
It's freaking.
We just better
It's
hope
freaking
the eye
October.
comes back.
Yeah, losing Brandon Ingram's is a bigger hit than losing Zion, in my opinion.
Yeah. At this point.
At this point, right
Especially after what we did last year.
now. Yeah.
I mean, he carried us. Him and CJ.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that 8
But,
seed is great.
Hey, it's better than not being in the playoffs. Ask LeBron. So, thanks for the draft pick. What was
He
I
got a
saying?
ring out of it.
A Mickey Mouse ring. What was I saying? Freaking I had it. Oh, this is going to be Brian Kelly's worst team he's going to have. And this is probably better than any Notre Dame team he would have. you know?
That's the
Probably.
thing. Like, he's got more talent now on this team than he's ever
probably
had.
ever
at Notre
had
Dame.
since Manti left.
Absolutely. Like he was so.
Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback he's ever had.
Yeah, he didn't have nobody like this athletic guy.
No.
He definitely didn't have the receivers, obviously, and he didn't have your.
But he had the
defensive
tight ends.
We have those two now. Apparently, look at old Taylor yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, Taylor had a couple of big plays for us.
And we got us a blocking tight end as well. Some dude named Storaz or something. Like, where did you come from, mister?
You know who that is?
I ain't got a clue.
He was a pitcher for the baseball team.
Really?
Yeah, he
Two-sport star.
Yeah, and he decided he quit baseball. I think after his third year, he actually pitched for LSU for a little while, and decided when O was there, he said, "Hey, coach, I want to come play football." He's like 6'6", 280, and O's like, "Come on, we can find a spot for you. Yeah, come on, we'll try it out." Yeah. So, I mean, Mason Taylor probably by year 3 he's going to be one of those tight ends
He's a good stud.
Kelly had at Notre Dame. But I mean, dude.
Yesterday was his best game.
It was his best game. He had a touchdown catch.
He looked better on the route running too, like finding those empty zones that tight ends have to do. You know, sitting down when you're supposed to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Daniels is making them throws now that we was worried about earlier in the year.
Something that bothers me. I wish he wouldn't be so patient in the pocket. Almost he
Thinking
was
too much.
He was going through that progression way too long, in my opinion, yesterday. Which, yeah, that's better than what he was doing at the beginning of the season.
You can't do that against Alabama.
You can't, and I feel like we're starting to handicap him a little bit because there's a couple times I was like, all right, you can go now, go ahead and run. And he wouldn't do it.
Well,
he's still going through the progressions.
It's
and
like
that's
he's
good
been. It's like he's been pressured to
do that,
not run so much that it's affecting his play style.
Yeah, but he still ran the ball like 21 times.
Let's say he ran it.
He
more
still
than
ran it a lot.
Yeah, he ran it a lot.
But
he's getting smarter, getting down.
Yeah,
he's sliding a lot better now.
But why did we not have a brawl on the middle of that field when that boy about killed him?
I was shocked that I think it was Emory. Now, who was the lineman that was right there? I was
It
shocked.
should be freaking Will Campbell.
He was
big
Campbell
self.
wasn't in the picture there. I think
Yeah.
it would have been. He would have. I think they were more shocked. Like, did that really just
Like,
happen?
yeah.
Like, I mean, he was because he slid for a little ways before he made that late shot on.
And that dude came in like a freaking torpedo. Like his head was down and everything.
And look, I'm not. Jalen's playing well. The only thing that concerns me, and it's because it's games like Alabama that you can't have this. He missed 2 to 3 touchdown throws, and we had to kick one for a field goal because he missed Brian Thomas down the left side. When he had him beat, Brian Thomas came back, got a pass interference call on it, but we wind up kicking a field goal.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff right there will eat your lunch against Bama.
And
if you
what
don't get
happened on the Jenkins touchdown pass?
He underthrew it.
How did he underthrow it that bad?
It was a
though?
bad underthrow too. I know.
Like, it wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close at all. Thank God Jenkins
Like-
had the head to come back for it. It wasn't even close.
Like,
he had a
it
beat.
was so underthrown that it felt like it was supposed to be like a back shoulder type deal.
You're right.
And it might
It
was
looked
supposed
like
to
it
be.
floated on him. Like
You know?
it was real high.
It looked like he got hit.
yeah,
as well.
yeah, and he might have.
And I don't know. I don't remember seeing him get hit, but still, it was.
And then
It was bad.
The Booty missed throw for the touchdown, which we scored. We scored after that, so that one didn't bother me as much. But when Booty went to the corner of the end zone, I mean, he was wide open there. But those type throws, man, you better hit come 2 weeks from now because you don't get a second chance.
You're going to have to be perfect.
They're going,
to
exactly
know?
right. He's going to have to be just perfect.
And if we're being honest, we're kind of nitpicking right now.
Oh, we are.
'cause,
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
he played a heck of a game.
Heck of a game.
Heck of a game. Absolutely.
And from what he was early in the year, I mean,
He has improved
he
each
looks
week.
a lot better.
Back to
Well, play calling's different.
back
We're
to-
throwing the ball a
well,
lot more.
the play call is different because your quarterback's releasing the ball and getting it out there more.
He's looking comfortable.
He's looking comfortable.
Yeah.
Take away that Tennessee game, and I think our picture or our thought process of him will be a lot different.
Yeah.
You know, since week one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could say that he got better every single
wouldn't you
game.
love to have that week 1 game right now? They wouldn't want none. They Florida State wouldn't want
We
none.
beat them by 3 touchdowns.
They would not want none. Yeah.
Maybe we can get them in a bowl game. That'd
I
be
would
cool.
love that.
You know?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, I mean, I think their play callings, those plays have been there. I just don't think he's been able to let them call those plays. Now that he's showing some of those throws he made to the sideline on the opposite hash mark,
Man.
like we haven't
Dimes.
seen that. And
Yes.
so you start
He
seeing
showed
those,
off that arm strength he has.
Yeah, you start snugging those throws. Well, that playbook just got a lot bigger for him.
Yeah.
And I love to see how he's letting his neighbors and Brian Thomas just go get it, man.
I love Brian Thomas.
Oh, I'm
so
telling
much,
you.
man. He's my favorite one.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
And he's our number 3 guy.
He's our number 3 guy.
technically, or
Yeah.
actually probably 4.
Yeah,
He's behind Jenkins as well.
And tell me the fourth corner in the country that can guard him.
There ain't one.
Just go throw it to him every time he's out there, man.
Put him out wide.
Yeah.
Put Jenkins out wide. Put Neighbors and
And
Butte
Butte
in the freaking slots.
Yes. You're not defending that.
You can't put nobody on Thomas.
You're
He's
not
freaking
defending that.
huge.
And another thing too, Jalen has helped Jalen. That offensive line has given him a lot of time.
That's
to
what I was
throw the
going to
ball.
say.
That's the biggest difference, probably.
Jaden.
Yeah, you suck at saying his name. Man.
I do. I'm just gonna go
say
Daniels. I'm just gonna go Daniels.
Or 5.
D5.
Jay
Yeah.
Daniels.
Go.
It doesn't help that there's literally a Jalen Daniels in college football.
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
true.
the problem.
Yeah. And
There
I've watched
was
a lot of
anyway.
and I've watched a lot of them this
Exactly.
year.
We've watched a lot of Kansas.
But man, I think it's that consistency amongst
Yes.
the offensive line.
That's
now.
huge.
I
Absolutely.
mean, think about besides Dellinger, but like crap, he's Pete, like we already talked about. So that 6th offensive lineman already knows he's going to get some play time.
Mm-hmm.
So besides that, and Will Campbell being out against Tennessee, like we ain't had an injury.
do you remember Chance? week 1 we couldn't snap the ball at center.
Exactly.
Now, now Charles Turner, you forget about that
because we have freaking Dellinger at center.
That's right. But
get rid of him. That's the key.
But I mean that's where we were at. We didn't really have nobody that could snap the ball.
And Will Campbell didn't look great. We were like, oh crap.
Oh, but this is a problem. But hey,
it's almost like you should play a sucky school week 1 to get your feet wet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's like I'm telling you, man, we would have one loss right now if we played Southern first.
Oh, absolutely.
And then go play Florida State.
Absolutely would have.
It was not. I mean, when we scheduled the game, Les was probably still at the school.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't fair to Kelly.
Yeah,
I mean, have I say a big game, but a Power 5 game week 1.
To show you how far advanced these things are, they schedule these things. We got Oklahoma on the schedule in 2030. They're going to be in our conference.
Yeah.
They're going to be in our conference.
We got a home and home with Clemson eventually too.
In 2029 we have to play Clemson at Georgia, and then you add Texas and Oklahoma in the conference. Well, yeah, so good luck
That's gonna be
with that,
scheduled.
boys.
What year?
I want Clemson. I want
Texas is gonna
Clemson
be
right
tough by then.
now.
Dabo will be gone by then.
No, he
Clemson
won't.
be-
He'll be still
Dabo's gonna
complaining, so
die
they're
in
not
that
good
stadium.
enough.
Yeah, he's going to
He's
die.
gonna be buried underneath Howard's Rock. Okay?
He might be buried in that hill when he runs down and
Yeah.
he rolls all the way down and dies at the bottom.
I hope
there.
he pops an
gonna happen.
Achilles, man.
He's going to break something going down that
I've
hill.
been saying that. That's not safe, in my opinion,
The
for the
play-
players to be running
all-
down.
And then he
All I was gonna say is
gets trampled by his own players.
Yeah, how has one player
It's
not
coming.
done the little jump and heel click and then come down and pop something? How have they not done it?
Yeah,
we used to think that at Tech too when they'd run down that hill.
Well, they didn't run. They walked down it, and they would shake the tent.
Oh, okay.
They would walk down it at Tech.
But it was steep and concrete.
Oh, my God. I had to walk down it when we played at the Jam at the Joe.
Yeah.
You're over like tiptoeing down it like, oh, crap, I'm going to fall.
Yeah.
But LSU looked really, really good.
Yeah,
The second half.
I hate
Well, we heated up in the first
my
half.
the
Yeah,
second
towards the end
quarter.
of
Yeah,
Yeah.
second quarter we
we
started.
caught our stride,
Mhm.
and we never looked back.
Josh Williams keeps just nothing crazy, but just solid. Get you the yards.
Like
you want
Brian
for you.
Kelly said, he does it the right way.
He does. It's true.
Whatever that means.
I hate Emory got nicked.
I was about to say, how is he doing?
They haven't said. I really wanted him to kind of get his feet wet a little more before the Bama game.
Yeah.
Because he's the kind of player that can help you in the Bama game, man. I mean, Josh is good and everything, but I would love
He
to have
has
that
another
extra.
weapon out the backfield.
Yes, I'd love
The
that.
big play
Hey,
ability.
and
Big time.
And Goodwin, man, he looked like he was healthy. I wouldn't expect him to be looking that healthy.
He's
That
been
might
pissed.
be huge for the Bama game. He's the kind of guy that will help us a lot for that. But I'm really excited about how the rest of the year can go now. I mean, and
We're going to lose to Bama.
we're going and probably lose one more.
And I think
I'll take 9-3.
That's a great year.
that's
take
a great
the
year.
9-3.
phenomenal year.
You 9-3? Ain't nobody.
I'll take 8-4.
Yeah, and we're gonna probably be 9-3.
And a bowl game win.
We're not losing. We're not losing 3 more games.
No.
And we were 6.5. That's what the
Yeah.
over and under was.
Yeah, 6.5.
We'll
Yeah.
lose to Bama. Who else do we even play? I don't know. the
Arkansas,
schedule.
A&M, and UAB. So you're beating UAB.
We ain't gonna lose. We'll lose to Bama, and that's it.
I think you're right. I think we will.
Arkansas could give us trouble.
They do at times.
They're a
Just
good
because
enough
it's
bad team to
freaking
beat
Arkansas.
us.
We're beating
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
We're gonna thump Texas A&M.
I hope so.
Kelly's gonna let his
I
wee wee
hope
hang and
so.
say, "I'm the new king of this
I
region
freaking
right here."
hope he does.
Yeah, he's going to
And
do
drop
something.
some cash on the ground when
Yes,
he does that to
like Jimbo. Bye bye.
Yes.
I saw a funny tweet on Twitter today, and it was like somebody was like, it was just a joke, and he was like, "Man, Jameis Winston really got Jimbo's grandkids paid off for like the rest of his lives. Like he's got his grandkids rich." And you think about it, he ain't really wrong. That 1 year at Florida State with Jameis is really the only thing that Jimbo has to point towards.
That's it. That's all he's got.
And that's crazy.
He's been riding it for years.
Yeah.
Like it was like 3 years.
Well, however long Jameis was there
The
when they won
Jameis tenure.
the national
Yeah.
championship. Yeah.
Well, because they went to another and lost, right?
Yes.
No.
Or they
Yeah,
went to-
they went to two,
They went to
right?
two-
They went to 2, and then they also had the
Did they
college
win
football
one?
playoff. They had the Oregon
Yeah.
college football
They-
playoff.
That's when they got beat in the semifinal.
Yes.
Whenever Kelvin Benjamin was there, they won it, correct?
That's the
Against Auburn.
Auburn. The Nick
I
Marshall
can't-
Auburn
Nick
team.
Marshall, that's
Yeah.
right. how
So that
did
was
he
it.
lead
Yeah.
the
So it was just
team?
them 2 appearances.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. I
So-
mean, he
Like,
rose.
'cause Jameis was a redshirt sophomore when he left.
That's correct. Yeah.
I would imagine.
'Cause
Yeah.
he was the first freshman to win the Heisman, I believe.
Johnny Football.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Football was. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jimbo is definitely. I mean, but he ain't worried about it. If he does, he
No.
gets $95 million. Fire me, please.
And that's how I can't really respect that.
Like, I mean, what's he?
Like Coach O is set for life, in which I'm actually kind of okay with it. He got us a championship,
Yeah,
technically,
go ahead.
like fine. But you got guys like Jimbo that ain't done anything, and he can get fired tomorrow and be richer than every coach in America.
And then somebody will hire him.
Yeah, because of those 3 or 4 years, you know.
He'll go. Jim, I think you'll see some offseason changes with Jimbo. I think he's going to bring an OC in. I might be wrong on that, but there has to be some kind of moves there.
Bring back Kevin Sumlin.
Like, you have to. Where is
They have like the same record, I think.
They
right?
did at one point.
Well, now it's worse now.
Yeah.
And
It's lost to South Carolina.
Yeah. Now someone has a better record than Jimbo did. Yeah. But no, back to LSU, man. I'm very excited to see what Daniels can do to finish this year off and see what his trajectory, where the ceiling's at. Like, I want to see him keep making strides and improvements this year, and show me what is there more to come, or
have we seen it all, kind of?
Right, exactly. Because I think these next 4 weeks are going to tell us.
I don't know what more we could see from him.
Yeah,
he's playing borderline perfect.
He's
football.
playing good ball. He's playing good ball. Keep showing me the improvement on throwing the ball. Keep showing me.
That's your improvement.
We're not getting the chunk passing plays.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
like
give
those
me
few passes. He was talking about him missing in the end zone. You make those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when you start. Yeah, I mean,
and then yet again we're nitpicking, but like we're not getting the 40 to 45-yard pass completions.
No.
That's we're kind of like Ross said on that interview. He was like with with the Saints, kind of like cutting by paper cuts or whatever.
Yeah,
moving the ball down the field.
5,000 paper cut.
Yeah. That's what we kind of do, which is kind of surprising.
That's Brian Kelly.
Yeah, that's also Brian Kelly and Mike Denbrock, but still.
Well, and you got
the guys we got,
playmakers.
That
catch it and run.
Yeah,
you would think you could move the ball down.
Try
the
to
field.
shoot it down the field a little more.
And it makes you kind of wonder: are we kind of hiding a little bit of that still?
I wonder how much are you giving out?
You know what I
to?
mean?
Yeah.
And like yesterday's when it was. You had we probably couldn't have done anything we wanted to yesterday.
Yeah. Yes.
And it did feel like we did because we knew what was coming in a couple weeks.
Exactly right.
And, early on in the season, we were taking them shots with Jaden. We were taking them. But that was before all the underneath stuff was actually hitting.
Yeah.
So now that we've seen him hit the underneath stuff, the down the field stuff's got to be open.
And the down the field stuff is that's the things you need to have the most, like, internal connections with your receivers with. And that's going to take time to develop. Like with Burrow, that wasn't there the first year.
No.
With Jefferson Chase barely even played his first year or didn't play at all.
Jefferson kind of come alive like middle of the year his first year.
But Chase was like irrelevant.
Right.
And then the second year, you could see as the time went on, come Bama game, there's a 70-yard play every other play.
Exactly,
pretty much.
and that's how you beat a Bama.
Yeah.
With the big chunk plays. You got to hit home runs.
Ask Mississippi State if you can beat them with these little dink and dunk. You're not beating them with that.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
I think we're going to see a lot.
You're starting
of
to
different
see
stuff.
that better and better, and it might not happen this game, but if we finish out the year on a good stretch, let them have a full off season with these guys minus.
I'm excited for next year with them.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Let them have that full off season of practice minus Butte, and everyone else will be back.
And
pretty much Jenkins, I think, would be gone too, right?
They're the only two. They're the only two.
And we've talked about on the pod before about there being a competition between him and Walker. I don't think there will be.
No, I
don't think there needs
the
to
way
be.
that they're
not to start the year.
After everything that he's done so far this year, I think he's got to be.
And hey, I won't be mad about Walker having one more year.
Why would we?
But I wouldn't bother me at all knowing he's redshirting this year. You're still gonna get a couple years at him when Daniels is gone.
You have to get one more.
I hope this offseason too we can pick up. Which we got two good running backs coming in. I hope we can get one more running back because you lose Emory after this year. I would like to get one more good
And see,
stable back there.
I don't know the ages of Goodwin and Williams.
Goodwin's back. Williams is back. They're both back.
Then we're okay.
I mean, most of this team's back.
Is
and
Emery
Noah
too?
Kane's back too,
Emery-
even though Noah Kane sucks.
So Kane's back. So Emery's gone, but I think some weird way he actually has one more year.
does he get the COVID year like everybody else be getting?
Well, see, he was a freshman on the 19 team.
Medical red shirt or something maybe.
Oh, it was a grade red shirt. It's a gray shirt.
Well,
Is that a thing?
They don't
With
even
the
do those
grades?
anymore. I don't.
They got
think.
rid of
I
those?
think they got rid of that. Yeah, but I was listening to a pod the other day, and somebody asked about the Emery deal. He said, actually, in a weird way, he might somehow have two. The guy said. He said, I think he for sure has one, but he might have two, because technically, with the last year deal,
He didn't play.
he didn't play, and he hadn't redshirted.
It's
so-
like these dudes that go and play baseball and they come back. He still has a year
right.
of eligibility left.
But I think he's gone.
I think he probably would. They
He's
probably have
a-
a handshake agreement like they did with Jeremy Hill that year.
He's a running back. He goes to those combines. He's
Them-
going to put
yeah.
numbers up.
I think he's gonna go pro, Emery.
Absolutely.
He will be a pro. Absolutely.
He'll get drafted in the 6th round. something like that,
Absolutely.
5th or 6th round.
5th or 6th round,
Just
easily.
If you're a 5-star running back coming out of high school
With that
and you don't have
talent
no
he's got,
major injury
yeah.
in college, you'll get drafted.
Especially coming out of LSU. They
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
LSU running backs.
And he has all the excuses that he can have and built in because all that crap's happened.
And
he'll
be a
stuff out of his control.
He'll be a 5-6 year player in the NFL.
Yeah.
Easily.
He'll be a special teamer.
Guy can catch out of the backfield too. Yeah, he'll be in.
Alfred Blue
Yeah.
played
Very similar.
6 or 7 years in
Alfred
the
Blue
NFL.
played at LSU.
Emery should be playing. I mean, Emery's trying
That's
to
what
play.
I've seen. Like, there's been absolutely nothing I've seen from him that would ever make me think he could play in the NFL.
Oh, he'll be in the NFL easily. He's
Besides his name and his recruiting.
That's why he'll be in the NFL.
Yeah.
That one run this year, I was like, that looks like a Sunday NFL player.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, like
do
that-
it.
He's had a weird career. I mean, he has.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's had one of the weirdest
It's been an
careers we've ever
extremely
seen.
Yeah.
big disappointment.
I mean, he has. But you know what?
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But you know what? Half the NFL is made up of undrafted guys. I
Yeah.
mean, so I
and
mean,
you got to think about the things that have happened. He came in. Clyde became a first-round pick out of God knows where that 2019 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020 was the year after that where all things were just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Then last year he wasn't even eligible somehow because of Coach O.
Because freaking O's crap.
You know, and then this year
And then they
he's been
suspended
banged
him
up
2
a little
games
bit.
just because of the heck of it.
Yeah, just to make themselves look better.
Exactly. I
You know,
mean,
so he's really not had the opportunity.
no.
You know, because you can't hold that second year against him, I don't think.
No, absolutely
After
not.
you lost literally everything from that 2019 team.
I mean, there's a reason why he was getting some run on that 2019 team as a
exactly.
freshman.
People don't remember that.
yeah. There's like, I mean, he was getting some big moments. He was in
And
out
then
there.
also you had Chris Curry who came from nowhere
Yeah.
and looked like a serviceable running back who stole them second team reps from him.
He did.
You know, a lot of things went wrong for him.
He's just had a rough career, man.
He's had a bad draw.
But I'm telling you, he'll make an NFL roster. I
wouldn't
believe
be
he will.
surprised at all.
I wouldn't surprise me at all either. And it's not like he's doing anything wrong to hurt his chances. Like, I mean, from everything you hear, he's
grown up.
He's grown up. He's a locker room guy. He's had some bad luck. And I really would. I hope he can be healthy for the Bama game.
The same reason Eric Gilbert will be an NFL guy.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's your comparison.
Yeah.
Both of them will be NFL guys for a while.
And he's not a head case like Gilbert. You know, I mean, Gilbert's still going to be in the NFL. I mean, it's just they want that talent, man.
They want the raw.
Ricardo Gathers, who
uncoachable
played basketball at Jonesboro Hodge Gym, who played Baylor basketball for 4 years, just because he's a freak show of an athlete, got an NFL roster spot.
Hey,
for a
did you
couple
go
years.
to that game at Jonesboro?
Yep, I was there.
Man, I got like one of the last seats in that thing for baseball practice. We had been begging Matt Whitman at practice leading up into that. We're like, dude, go out there, punch him in the jaw right when the game starts, get in a fight with him. You'll both get ejected. We win the ball game. You're not going to get no playing time. You go out there, sacrifice yourself for the better of this team so Head could win it for us. And he wouldn't do it, so we got pissed at him.
That's a big man.
Dude, he was.
That's a big man.
Dude,
that
he
was
was so
that was a
freaking good,
big
man.
man.
He was so good.
But yeah, no, did you see Lane Kiffin? I seen y'all that what he said about Harold Parkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. They asked him what happened after you scored those points right off the bat. He said they put number 40 in there. He
A little
is
bit of a difference maker.
he's something different than anybody else that has on the field.
What was Ross talking about? He might be playing for a different school.
He was talking about because Saints never draft LSU guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
Cause
Sean Payton.
Because he was talking about how the Saints, a defensive end, athletic guy, instead of just a bull rush guy. And I was like, Harold Perkins at 24 would be a pretty good pickup.
Yeah. Okay. I get that now.
Yeah, so that's where that came from.
All right, so I think that's enough LSU. It was only like 30 minutes.
Go Tigers!
They deserved all that time.
all that.
They
30
deserved
minutes.
it.
Yeah, and
They just freaking boat raced.
And we
I
got
don't-
a week off too.
yeah, I don't think we're going to talk much about the rest of the slate really
Who
anyway.
was bad? Hey, let's. I know a game to go to right quick.
Clemson.
Let's go to. Okay, we can do that.
Texas
Go quarterback
Oklahoma State.
controversy.
Let's go Clemson first.
So I didn't watch this. I watched no college football yesterday, except for Tech. Yay!
You were watching concession stand squad.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah.
How long did it take to get to a
What's the
funnel
time? Yeah,
cake?
what's the time supposed to be?
Well, at halftime, the funnel cake line took 15 and a half minutes.
For
one person to
for
get to the
one
line.
person to get a funnel cake.
Yeah.
What's the time supposed to be? Did they have a target time?
Under 8.
Ooh, we missed that by
Yeah.
a lot.
Double.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's this?
They
week?
also had catfish baskets and.
Hey, that takes a little time to do
some
that
good,
now.
some good looking
And
crap.
they had showed up late, you said.
Yeah, they showed up like an hour and a half before kickoff. Yeah.
All right.
The snow cone line, we didn't even time that one because it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, you might get an
It was,
extra.
through the roof. Like there was 30 people there for that constantly.
Yeah, we need to work on this week's practice. Is going to be hard on them. Huh? They're
Yeah,
going to get that
yeah.
time down to 8 minutes. That's fun.
Yeah, get the juice on the ice quicker.
Clemson, we got a quarterback controversy chance.
They benched Ugalagli.
Did you see what Dabo said after the
They
game?
screwed
They
the
gonna go
CJ
right back to
parlay.
DJ's our quarterback.
That's so weird,
That's
dude.
so weird,
But Dabo's a weird guy. You
Very
know, I
weird
still
guy.
think about Kelly Bryant. I still think about that.
bro.
So
Like,
what happened? Did the Klubnik guy actually lead them, or did
no,
they just
Shipley
like?
broke a long run.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I figured.
but
did
but
nothing.
Klubnik was on the field.
But no, he didn't turn the ball over though.
That's
at DJ.
correct. He did throw
DJ
3
did?
picks. Yeah.
Oh
three
my God,
picks.
did he?
3 picks.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, and did he had a fumble too? But they recovered it, right? It wasn't a loss, I think.
They had 4 turnovers.
Yeah, it was 4 turnovers, but I think DJ had
That's the wrong game.
Shipley had 1 fumble though for the 4th turnover. I think DJ had a fumble, but it was recovered.
My God, did Hooker play for Tennessee? They had a quarterback.
Not in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was ugly from the kick.
That's hilarious.
They had like 50 points at halftime. Didn't
only
they?
2 picks for
He
DJ.
had 3 total turnovers. That's what it was.
So he did have the fumble. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I remember him fumble it.
Yeah, it's just
The Shipley
I don't
fumble killed him.
understand it, man. Like you can't get in your quarterback's head like that, thinking, "Oh my God, if I throw an interception, I'm gonna get benched." I don't like that.
Yeah,
That ain't fair to him, and it ain't fair to the rest of the team.
But
And it really ain't fair to the Klubnik guy.
but the only thing though too.
Oh, Klubnik was a 2 for 4 with 19 yards.
Yeah.
Well,
he
I mean,
handed the
he
ball
got
off to Shipley.
He got thrown in like the freaking middle of the third quarter, late third quarter. Like
And
it
they,
was-
and they threw the ball 4 times when losing. That's crazy.
because Shipley was getting what he wanted.
Yeah.
If he didn't fumble it, that score is actually worse than that. They were driving down the field again, and Shipley fumbled it.
27 carries.
Yeah, Shipley got.
Where did he come from?
Freaking, I don't know.
Clemson.
I'd never even heard him until this year.
I mean, either.
And that dude's putting up numbers like
He's fun.
numbers.
He's fun to watch too.
Yeah.
He runs hard. I don't remember him from last year, which Clemson was not really watchable last year either.
And he doesn't look like that picture anymore.
No,
That's not what he looks
not
like.
even close. That must be like freshman.
That's his first day.
Yeah.
He's already matched his season total from
Like
last year.
literally identical.
That's cool.
Well, look at the temps difference though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 26 less.
Jeez.
That's
He totes that mug, man.
He
How does he
does.
not have a receiving touchdown?
They
I
play
feel like
two.
he gets it.
They were afraid to throw it.
He's only got 19. They don't trust their quarterback.
He don't have one in his career. I feel like he catches the ball a decent amount though,
He's only got 16 catches this year. It said, or 19.
and he has 0 touchdowns. That don't
Yeah.
seem right. Because who was he? The 4th leading receiver, 3 catches, 17 yards. Like,
They're not the elite passing attack like they have.
oh no, they're not. But still, for a guy that gets 25 touches a game, you would expect one receiving touchdown in his career. That's crazy.
I really thought Syracuse was going to win that game.
Yeah, so how did they
beat them? They beat them for 3 and a half quarters, probably.
Mm-hmm. Were they just straight up winning or what?
Their defense was playing good the first half.
They kind of stalled out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the defense, their defense played well. They got the turnovers that helped. I mean, Syracuse. I felt like I was watching South Carolina with a good team. Like it's nothing.
Yeah,
they don't do really anything good, but they're just kind of.
Even though they had a 2-touchdown lead, you never felt like they were going to win.
Never felt like they were going to win it.
Yeah.
No,
it was just kind of like, when is Clemson going to take the game?
That's exactly right. Yeah, it just, golly,
kind of like Bama with A&M.
Yes,
like you knew deep down, like
yes. In the end, that they were going to. Yeah,
well, it's like Clemson's defense finally started playing at the end. You know, and they couldn't do nothing.
But yeah, that's probably the final test for Clemson. I don't think they have much left. I think they'll have Florida State maybe. Have they played them yet?
No.
So that could be a tough
That'll
one.
That'll be the final.
Hey, they got to play South Carolina too. Still, I mean, I'm not saying they'll beat them. I mean, South Carolina beat them, but it'll be a tough game
at South Bend as well. Like that's never something you can just throw out the window.
No.
Yeah, South Carolina though, who's somehow ranked.
They're 5-2.
Yeah, that's still.
I know. That's just hey, you got to give your props to Beamer though. I mean, it's not like he's got the best talent in the world there. Yeah. He just finds ways to win ball games for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And as an SEC guy, you want to see that.
What year is he in? 2?
This is year 2. I mean, so he's won 11 games so far in the year and a half. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, because he walked into a dumpster fire.
Did he take Muschamp?
No, yes.
Who did he take over for?
He took Muschamp's spot.
Was it Muschamp?
Yeah.
Golly. What a...
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
what a Jimbo's little brother, isn't it? It's not Jimbo's little brother. I mean,
I coached for Saban for a couple years.
Yeah.
Give me a job.
Me. Yeah.
Then I coached for Kirby. Like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're not a good coach.
You had Florida and South Carolina job, and you couldn't win. Like,
the Florida one. That's the
Florida
one.
That's you got to win there.
Tennessee scored a lot of points. Let's see, Bama.
That was a shutout.
That dude is back at Georgia.
They scored that.
He's back at Georgia.
Yeah, he's back on the defensive staff.
Good God.
Bama did what we expected.
Yeah, they scored that touchdown at the end of the game. Huh. Let's go to this Oregon UCLA game.
Okay.
I didn't get to
what
watch
I expected as well.
I didn't get to watch a lot of it either, but I got to because it was during the LSU game. It was a terrible. I mean, why can't we have that game at night? Where was our big Pac-12 game at night?
Well, the Pac-12, they got the over.
They want everybody to see it.
They got the it was what, 71? They
got
the over.
69.5 or 70.
They scored 75.
Yeah.
If the Georgia
game, showcase them.
If the Georgia game doesn't happen, is Bo Nix in the Heisman talk?
Considering the offense that he plays in and everything.
I mean, it's pretty impressive what he's done after that bounce back game.
I said before this week, like, Bo Nix has kind of got me bought into Oregon. Yeah. Like they impress me every week.
They've improved every week.
Yeah.
I mean
they're a good ball team. They are.
I expected them to win this game. I really did.
And I think back to the Washington State game, whenever I first really saw them play besides against Georgia. Washington State gave them everything that they could.
Washington State controlled that game for 3 quarters.
And Bo just kept getting up and leading them back down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not a bad quarterback, you know.
He fits in Oregon way better than I ever anticipated.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, it's a 45-30 ending score.
It was like 45-20 at one point, right?
Yeah, it felt worse.
Yeah, 14-7 fourth quarter
Oregon
for UCLA.
Was hands down the best team.
It was not
no
even close.
defense.
I mean, to be honest with you,
what's defense?
Oregon's probably the best team in the Pac-12. I mean, when did
that USC game's going to be interesting.
But I say, when did they play? Is it the same week as the Bama, LSU, Tennessee, Georgia? I feel like
no shot.
I feel like it's right there close.
Oh, they don't.
They don't play
Pac-12 championship.
Well, that'd be a fun one.
I thought they were in the same division.
So Utah's.
I don't understand any divisions besides the SEC.
I mean, that Utah game, they'll probably end up losing that. Hey, they go to Corvallis last week of the year.
You better respect Corvallis.
Hey,
they go to Boulder as well.
I'm telling you,
man,
make that Corvallis game 9:30.
Please don't make freaking California and Washington 9:30 again. Jeez.
Yeah.
Whew.
That was rough.
That was rough.
Put me to sleep.
Oregon, though, yeah, the Pac-12's just fun. It really is.
If you like offense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
man.
who don't?
Yeah. I mean, even with Oregon, if you take away the fourth quarter, it's what's that, 16 for UCLA? 30 minus 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 16 through 3 quarters against a offense that did whatever they wanted to against Utah, who is like actually known for the defense despite being in the Pac-12. That's not bad. Probably one of the better defensive showings Oregon's had in a while.
Probably ever.
Yeah, if you tell Oregon, hey, hold a team to 30,
they're gonna win every one.
Yeah,
of them
you
games.
feel like I'm gonna win that game. TCU, K-State though. TCU.
I fell asleep.
Speaking
I
of
did too, but
a New York invite, if that Duggan's quarterback for TCU,
yeah, he's balling out.
If he keeps doing what he's doing, he's gonna get an invite at least.
I think it's Hendon Hooker's to lose, though, don't you?
I'm not. No, yeah, I'm not saying he has a chance to win it.
It feels like a year where it's just gonna be 3 guys.
Yes,
him, Bryce Young, and probably Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stroud's
Stroud's like going under the radar.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, I think he's better than Bryce Young.
And Stroud's probably going to win it.
Yeah,
I think Stroud's
winning it too.
Because Tennessee's probably going to lose a game or so coming down the stretch.
Georgia.
Yeah. I think
Georgia.
I think Stroud's going to win it all. But that kid, he keeps doing what he's doing. Give him an invite.
Yeah,
he don't have a chance to
and
win
at
it.
TCU, I mean, TCU's knocking on the door for the college football playoff. Right
They
now.
are now. They have a tough schedule still remaining, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because the Big 12's loaded 1 through 12. Yeah, they go to freaking West Virginia.
Which I'm probably going to. That's a trap game in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a big trap.
All these
11
games are tough.
They could lose every game that's left on their
We
schedule.
talked about this last week. The
They
Pac-12, I mean, the Big 12 is tough, top to bottom.
Texas ain't ranked, and Texas is going to give them a fight.
Iowa State's like at the bottom of their freaking division.
Matt Campbell is going to give them a fight. Like, that's just what it is.
Look at the standings over here to the right. West Virginia and Iowa State are the 2 lowest teams, and we both just said
they could lose that
TCU
game.
could lose those games.
Yeah.
At Texas, that's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah.
Their parity in the Big 12, man, is on another level.
I should have said 10 teams. I forgot the Big 12 only has 10 teams.
And it's going down to 8.
I hate it. I don't know. Did y'all see much of this game?
I watched Tech
the-
Rice.
Okay. That's right.
Good fourth quarter.
I watched the first half, and Kansas State was thumping them with the backup quarterback.
I was about to say, and then he got hurt.
He got hurt too.
Yeah,
See,
the third
'cause
string
Martinez
came in for
got
a
hurt
little while.
like in the first quarter,
But
like
then
early.
then the second stringer got back in the game. It was a kind of that. I mean, they were up 28-3 at one point, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And that was all with the backup quarterback.
Yes,
so
that's
they
right.
can't use that excuse. You know.
But TCU, man, when that offense gets going, it's pretty fun to watch. They're just a fun team to watch.
Shout out Sonny Dykes.
Yeah, Dykes, absolutely.
Good for
man.
him.
Good for him.
There's not a bad team in the Big 12. Look at that.
No.
Oklahoma's your 8th ranked team.
With probably the most talented roster in the conference.
Yes.
Just have a coach that can't figure it out.
And they had to play a game or two without their quarterback. Like,
who's probably the second best quarterback in the
dang near, yeah.
I'd say
I mean,
second
you
best.
got to give the TCU kid right behind Ewers this year.
Yeah.
And then the Oklahoma State kid. But, I mean, yeah, Dylan Gabriel's probably the
Oklahoma
fourth best
State
quarterback.
Man.
Oh, is he old?
The dude at Oklahoma State's like 25, I think.
That's just what they like.
Yeah, dude's
Brandon
weird.
Weeden.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out TCU, though. Good to see them
it's
back.
Fun to see that team win.
That's a program that I've never understood why they're not bigger than what they are.
Gary
You're in
Patterson.
freaking Fort Worth, Texas.
Hey, Tech played them in a bowl game.
Like
Poinsettia Bowl.
They don't have the pull that Texas does.
No, they don't.
And then you got us right next door.
But
that
you
don't help.
No, but you got all the talent in a 50-mile radius of that campus.
And every one of them schools is huge.
You're in Texas.
You're in one of the richest cities. You got plenty of money. You have no competition in the north part of that state, really, other than Oklahoma, I guess, comes in and gets your guys. Like that program could be a sleeping giant if they wanted to be.
And they kind of have been.
Yeah,
They're looking that way this year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get a guy in there that's coaching them like they are right now, who knows what could happen? I mean, you're right. Gary Patterson was there for 30 years or whatever. Held him back.
He gave his life to that program.
He did.
He built the program.
He built the program to what it is now. But it's almost like, boy, if you could ever get an offensive-minded coach there, what this program could be. I mean,
Lincoln Riley's brother's there right now. That's who this is. And I bet you he'll be a head coach somewhere next year.
Just like him.
Yeah.
Every time they go to the sidelines, I double look. I was like, oh my god.
Let's fire Pete Carmichael.
Hey,
bring him in.
Hey,
bring him in.
Hey,
where's Joe Brady?
He is the quarterbacks coach for
Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, forget about that.
Yeah,
bring him to NOLA.
Speaking of coaches,
my God, what a freaking arm strength.
My random thoughts in the truck sometimes. Could you see Lane Kiffin try in the NFL again?
You never doubt Lane Kiffin.
Lane's going to do what Lane wants to do. He's going to be a name that keeps popping up.
The only thing, because say he doesn't quote unquote get the Auburn job.
Tyreek Hill's fast.
Like he's eventually going to hit that dead end sign on the road. Like, okay, I got to make a move, and there's nowhere in college that I can make this move at. I thought Miami could have been the very good spot for him, but he didn't get it. I could see him trying to just say, forget the college stuff. I'm going to go to the NFL. And I mean, he's hit it out of the park.
I would rather coach in the NFL.
You would think.
I would rather do that. You don't have to recruit.
But see, to me,
the money.
You know, the money is what keeps people in college.
Yeah, to me, Lane is a college guy.
Josh Allen's going to beat Aaron Rodgers by 50 next week. By the way, just so everybody knows.
I don't know. Packers on a 3-game losing streak.
Ooh.
Josh Allen's going to hang 40 on him.
And Aaron Rodgers wore a robe to his post-game interview today. So,
they lost 3 straight home games to the Giants, Jets, and Commanders.
It wasn't home. It wasn't
Giants
home
was in London.
It was at home.
It was at
Giants was in London
today.
You sure?
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, that tweet I saw was wrong.
No, it was at Washington today.
There's no way they had 3 straight home games. First off,
and then the Packers was in London.
Yeah,
the Giants was in London.
Oh, well, that tweet was totally wrong.
Now, they might have been considered a home team.
I saw 3 home games,
but it was in London.
No.
Crap.
Yeah, because
they lost 3 games to the Giants, Jets, and Commanders.
Hey, that's your 6-1 Giants. So
Yeah.
Put some respect on that name.
Brian Dable, Coach of the Year,
Coach of the Century. If he
they have a better record than the Buffalo Bills right now.
Okay, I found the tweet. Does not say home anywhere.
He just added that.
I think they deleted it and retweeted it. Oh,
hey, did the Eagles lose last week? Are they still undefeated?
The Eagles
still undefeated.
lose? No.
I was about to say the Giants would be the 1 seed.
They were a bye
week
this week. Yeah.
Crap, man.
Yeah.
Think about that day.
I know, right?
Hopefully the Giants have a bye week this week, and then Philly loses. They're tied for first place.
I was going to bring it up on the interview. This would be like the one year that the Saints have the latest bye week possible was when we need it right now. Yeah. We always have an early one.
And we passed it up, remember?
We passed it up on the London game.
And I liked it. I was fine with it.
I was fine with it, too. Yeah, I was good with it.
We need one now.
Yeah. Well, we kind of got one after Thursday night.
We had about 3 in a row.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, what's up next? What was the game you were wanting to talk about, Peyton? Oregon?
Yeah, that was the Oregon game I was wanting to talk about. Just Bo Nix and what
Oklahoma State, Texas was a good game.
I watched some of that too.
I didn't get to watch it.
So
either hardly.
They had a comeback, right?
Yeah, Oklahoma State shut them out the fourth quarter.
Ewers looked bad.
Really?
Oh, he looked bad.
He completed only 35 or 40%.
We looked pretty good the first half.
That's what we get for saying Texas is back last week.
Exactly. Yeah. No, Oklahoma State, in my opinion,
it's hard to win in Stillwater.
Especially with those dang pads they got banging on the wall there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I couldn't believe that they were that big of underdogs. 6.5
made no sense.
By the end of the season,
at Oklahoma State,
there's going to be about 6 different random schools, and I'm going to say it's hard to win there. I don't know who else is going to add to the list, but so far we're 2-0 with my OSU's wearing orange and black. So it's hard to go to those places.
Well, I think we were right about Minnesota.
Yeah. Happy Valley. That was my pick,
done.
man. That 4-point spread for Penn State. What a pick that was. Wake Forest, 41-15. Cincinnati kind of blew it.
Shout out to the Green Wave.
How about my Tulane Green Wave?
About blew it.
Been talking them up all year.
Big 3 points in the second half.
Hey man, I had
28
minus
for the
-6.5
other.
that about pissed it away for me at the end.
Yeah.
7-1, 4-0 in conference.
Good for them, man.
Yeah.
Their coach is gone, huh?
I really thought he'd been going. I mean, he's had a pretty decent little
What's their schedule?
stay down there.
At Tulsa, UCF, SMU, then that Cincinnati game, man. That's going to be big.
Man, if they could go undefeated, that'll be a big game.
It will be.
Wow. Yeah, I hope that Cincinnati game gets a good TV slot. I wouldn't mind watching that.
It'll be a Friday night game.
Hey, perfect. Yeah.
Probably will be.
Hey, I'm all for that.
25th. No, that's Saturday.
I hate it's at Cincinnati though. Wish it could have been at New Orleans.
Wait, 25. Is that?
Isn't Thanksgiving?
Hold up.
It's got to be right around.
It's got to be that Friday.
Black Friday?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's got to be Black Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday game. Yeah.
Hold up. All right, so they play on Saturday, Thursday, Friday. So that SMU game's on Thursday.
Ooh,
I was looking at the dates. I'm like, that don't line up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not 7-day spreads. Yeah.
Ooh, I like the ESPN Thursday night game for them.
Yeah, so that's
at
SMU.
home.
Well, they played a couple during the week, hadn't they?
They played
yeah.
one a couple weeks ago.
East Carolina maybe was.
It was somebody like that.
Their one loss is Southern Miss.
That still blows my mind.
Yeah.
They could be undefeated.
They got
should be.
They got a neat little stadium too, and they built it right. They didn't get too crazy with it.
Hey man, like I said, best team in New Orleans, hands down.
Yeah, since the Pelicans lost to the Jazz.
Hey, easy. They're 3-0.
Oh yeah.
They're 3-0. Y'all lost to the Nuggets.
We won't talk about the Warriors.
We lost to the Nuggets. Yeah, we did. The one team in the West that scares me.
At home. No, Nuggets don't. Nuggets don't
one
scare
team in the West that
Utah's
scares
first
me.
in their division. What do you mean?
Utah's first in the freaking league, man.
Yeah, that's right.
They're the favorites.
Miami Dolphins, who? We're going undefeated, man.
So what was up with Utah's jerseys? They look like something you wear in high school.
Highlighter. Look like a highlighter.
But it just had like
Jazz.
like just numbers. Like
Oh, it was
I mean,
horrible.
it was bad.
I wish the NBA is getting a little too changey me on the uniforms. Like I kind of like a little still tradition way in some of these uniforms.
I don't get it.
Utah has the weirdest looking uniform. All their
And
uniforms
see,
are
I was watching it
strange
with
looking.
Harley, and she was like, "What are these uniforms?" I was like, "Honey, I really don't know."
It looked like PE
she's like,
uniforms.
This was her exact word. She said, "Why would they pick that color as their team color?" And I said, "Well, it's not their team color." And she said,
Why
are they wearing it? I said, "I don't know." You know,
It
a
looked
good
just
point.
like what you wear in PE.
it was this right here. Yeah, that was the
But
color.
like the letters and all, it looked like somebody had just,
Yeah.
bad.
Yankees just took a lead.
Really?
Yeah, Harrison Barnes, not Barnes, Bader.
Harrison Barnes is back in Oakland tonight. Let's see.
What's that score?
Did
Did y'all cool down finally?
We were up 20 going into the fourth, and I think the Kings kind of got it close or something. I don't know. 10-point game, maybe.
Oh.
Let's see. Baylor beat Kansas. Army beat ULM.
That was really it from yesterday.
Duke put it on Miami.
Yeah, Miami just.
Weren't they like ranked number 8 in the country this year or
Yeah.
something stupid because
Yeah.
of Mario Cristobal, who
and the
nobody
the
knew went to
quarterback-
Miami
the
till last
quarterback
year?
that's supposed to be good.
Yeah. Where's
Uh,
Tate Martell?
Notre Dame won.
Y'all only up by 4.
Seriously.
Yeah.
With how much?
25 seconds.
We won. Liberty beat
Y'all shoot.
BYU.
What happened to BYU? I mean,
They just beat Arkansas, didn't they?
No, Arkansas beat them.
Okay.
Arkansas beat 'em.
One.
But BYU's the one that come out and was it beat Baylor early in the season and had some big.
I watched
wins.
that game.
Yeah,
they was talking them up, and look at them now.
it's kind of like BYU. That's kind of BYU though.
Yeah.
They're kind of a roller coaster.
They didn't score after the first quarter against Liberty.
Oh God.
The 7-1 Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty they just do this. I don't know how, but my God, 213 yards rushing by the running back. That's crazy. Wisconsin beat Purdue. Maryland played way too close of a game against Northwestern.
James Madison lost.
James Madison lost.
Fall
Yeah.
from grace.
Yeah.
Fall from
Georgia
grace.
Southern beat Old Dominion. UTSA played a close game against North Texas.
Missouri with that big first SEC win of the year.
Barn
Yeah.
burner there.
Vanderbilt. Hey, did y'all see that play Vanderbilt the defender made? The
I
sack.
try to avoid Missouri. Vanderbilt
The
content.
only reason I saw it because I watch SEC now. I watch SEC now every Sunday morning, so that's the only reason I saw it. Had safety come in from a blitz. Running back went to block him. He completely jumped over the running back standing up. The running back didn't go low. The running back was standing up to block him. He jumped over him and made the sack.
Well, that's something.
Yeah, it was a heck of a play.
Looked like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was impressive, man.
Wow.
Game of the year: Colorado State beats Hawaii.
Don't get me quit that 0.5 over and under. I'm still pissed. I didn't take
you
that.
had something?
I wanted to take it, and I didn't.
Gotcha,
I was
gotcha.
freaking couldn't take the line, and I never went out of Paris to.
ULL beats your Arkansas State.
Yeah, my Red Wolves lost. I did not bet the spread. I almost did, but did not.
didn't know.
My Miners won though. Walk-off field goal. Their kicker set the UTEP field goal record. If anyone cares. Fresno State, New Mexico, 41-9.
And
I think that was a part of the CJ parlay because we had a late sub.
how did the CJ parlay go?
3 for 2.
3 for
I mean,
2.
3 and 2. Yeah.
That's not bad.
The Clemson 15-point spread loss,
Yeah.
and then Fresno State, New Mexico was under 43.
Ain't bad.
But it was a substitution because the San Jose State game got postponed because that kid died.
Not CJ.
Yes,
CJ did not die.
the football player for the San Jose State died.
Texas A&M loses again.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
The fighting Jimbo Aggies.
Shout out Spencer Rattler.
And he didn't have
being there.
He didn't have any part of that win.
He's a leader.
He's good at handing the ball off.
Leader.
He shows up to the meeting rooms first.
So
I
Colorado
don't
might
think
be
he's
the
a
worst
leader.
team in football.
Corvallis, baby.
Yeah, they are.
You don't go there and just win.
Colorado's so bad.
They're bad.
They're so
Not as bad as Pittsburgh.
Corvallis, 6-2.
Freaking Pittsburgh screwed
Receiving
me yesterday.
votes.
They do like a little parlay on Barstool called Big Cats 5 for 5, and it's like they picked 5 games for them to score 40 or more points, and that was the only one that didn't hit, and it was 10-24. And Pittsburgh's just horrible.
They're just taking your money with all those, though.
Sometimes
They're
they
never
do.
going to hit.
Oh, they hit a lot of the times,
Really?
actually. They hit a lot of the times. And I only bet them if I like them myself, of course, you know. Like, who thought that Pittsburgh can only put up 10 points? 10 after all they did this year.
Yeah, they fell off. You know, early in the year, they were pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, that game against West Virginia, right?
Yeah. That started the year off, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. First game of the year. I think that's it. Yeah. What a week.
Who died for San Jose State?
One of their like freshman linebackers or something died in like a
Electric
bicycle or something. Yeah, that's it.
Electric scooter. Yeah.
But Mississippi State didn't cancel their game. They had a kid die too, didn't they?
It's SEC. We're
It just
different
means
down here.
more.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh,
Well, it's also San Jose State versus New Mexico State.
they probably won't even play that
That
game.
New Mexico State probably wanted it to be canceled.
Yeah, San Jose State was big favorites.
Yeah. You want to?
I don't know. I was just thinking maybe the interview win by itself. Or maybe not. It don't matter. Whatever you think.
Kenny Pickett sucks.
Let's end it here.
Okay.
All right, that was fun. Go Tigers.
Go freaking
Go
Tigers.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel